Hi all, Danny B here. I'm a man of many passions, not just about NASCAR. I have a deep passion for fishing, as it really gives me peace for the soul, but not only do I like fishing, I am an avid rail fan. Whether it be working on my model railroad, which I enjoy modeling and running N-scale trains on to represent the rural, mountainous areas of Tennessee in which I grew up on, there's still much more work to be done on it, so maybe one day I'll give you all a closer look at what I've done in future progress on what I like to call the Spring Valley Railroad. But not only do I like model trains, I even enjoy playing some train games like Trains on PC. If you don't have the space for a big model railroad, anything is possible on that game. But outside of model trains and video game trains, I of course love watching the real deal, and I live in a great place to see lots of really cool trains. I grew up in a place called Harrogate, Tennessee, which sits across the mountain for a tunnel to Middlesboro, Kentucky. There I grew up watching Norfolk Southern trains pass through the area. Today, however, the R.J. Corman Rail Company, who is fastly emerging out of just being a small-time railroad company, now owns the trackage rights through that area. I'm still able to see some of the modern local trains moving through my hometown area thanks to the YouTube channel R.J. Corman Railfan. If you want to see some pretty cool trains moving through the mountains of Greater Appalachia, give him a subscribe on YouTube. He even catches some of the CSX trains that travel for the rails near Pineville, Kentucky from time to time. Speaking of CSX, today I live in Hendersonville, Tennessee, which sits directly on a CSX main line heading into Nashville, Tennessee. Due to its location and being a single-track main line, we get trains all throughout the day and into the night, sometimes as short as 20 minutes apart, always moving at top speed, because they have to race into the nearest passing area because trains do travel various ways through here. One of my absolute favorite places to go watch trains is at Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee. While the park is usually full of people enjoying the walking paths, softball fields, and convenient access to the creek for fishing, there's a few select places that have some open room to sit and watch the trains as they pass by. Here's just a few of some of the trains that I've caught passing by that area. Two I'll show you from last fall, and two just recently on a hot summer July Saturday afternoon, one of which had 6 lead power units and 2 DPU locomotives in the middle. train. Never know, is your future car on this train? Stopping? Maybe not. This is a long one. Now, it's not only just freight trains. While they are very likely my favorites to watch, I do enjoy some passenger trains, both watching and riding. In fact, here recently, my family and I did a great ride in Delano, Tennessee, where we rode the Copper Hill Special, which rides down to Copper Hill, Tennessee, which borders with McKaysville, Georgia. Over McKaysville, we enjoyed some craft pizza on the boardwalk of the Ocoee River, and we even went in and saw the McKaysville Gun and Drug Store. Well, it's exactly what you think it is. Guns on one side and a pharmacy on the other side. That train was a lot of fun, and it also happens to meet up with another train that comes from the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway in Georgia. The trains park on one side of a crossing, basically looking at each other. There's also a very nice train here in Nashville. The Tennessee Central Railway Museum runs a weekend passenger excursion train service, and I've rode it, and it was a very scenic ride to Watertown, Tennessee when I rode on it. One of my favorite stations to see it pass through is right along Highway 109 in Lebanon, Tennessee, at what is called the Marfa Station. I happen to film this one in a previous video on the channel in December 2021, and I'll be sure to link it in the cards and the end screen to check out the full video with some more historical details on that train's history. It's cool to see the excursion trains run, but they do have a reason for being on those rails. I mentioned the R.J. Corman Railroad Company earlier. Well, they too have trackage rights here in Nashville with the Nashville and Eastern Railway and the Nashville and Western. The Nashville and Eastern services a lot of industries between Nashville and Lebanon as far out as the sand mines of Monterey, Tennessee. And along those tracks are passenger stations for the WeGo Music City Star, such as Marfa Station along Highway 109. Whenever I go to the Tennessee Titans football games, I prefer to ride the WeGo Music City Star to the game. It's a really cool concept of former Chicago Metra bi-level passenger cars and former Amtrak EMD F40PH locomotives. While those are some of my favorite trains to check out in the area and places to see them, there are more great places in and around the area that I need to get to in order to see some cool trains. It never gets old seeing Big Iron heading down the tracks, and if you want to see some more cool trains from the Nashville area, let me recommend one of my favorite YouTube channels, Rail Tennessee. Over the years, he's collected quite a few cool catches in and around the area. Likewise, for Nashville train fans, we've all got it circled on our future calendars to be there when the Nashville Steam Project finishes restoration of former North Carolina and St. Louis 576 so she can ride the rails once again. I may be an amateur train videographer right now, but I have every intention on honing my skills with the camera to be there to help film this historic run of a legendary engine as she returns to her former glory pulling with the Tennessee Central Railway Museum's train. Well, that's all for this interesting and certainly different video from DannyBTalks. I'd really like to do more real life of Danny B videos in the Danny B Vlogs category and certainly showcase more Railfan findings. Let me know down in the comment section if you're interested in that. I was chatting with my good buddy and fellow NASCAR reporter Peter Strada recently, and he believes that there could be a correlation between NASCAR fans and rail fans. I certainly think there could be. It's a very similar rush standing trackside watching 100 plus screaming iron horses going down the tracks as I get watching 40 cars barreling down a racetrack. Until next time, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day until we see each other again. Bye guys.